Hey guys, this is Shu with another iGo Global Missions Moment, and it's 9/11. It's September 11th, 2020. I hung a flag up to kind of commemorate that day. Such a important, significant day in our country's history. But I've been thinking about 9/11 and when that actually happened, when those events happened on that day in 2001, and I've been comparing it or thinking about it in light of what we're in right now with this COVID situation. And I know that the differences between those two different events, COVID and 9/11, those differences are obvious. I'm not going to talk about that, but there's some similarities that I've thought about today that I think might be really significant. Because when 9/11 happened, we were just trying to get iGo Global going. We had just finished our first summer and we were trying to take students to the nations. We were trying to take students to the hard places. And 9/11 happened and we knew the world has changed. And all we had were questions. We didn't have answers. Will anybody ever travel anymore? Will anybody get on airplanes? Will parents let students go to hard places and difficult places and travel across the world to make Jesus known anymore? And we did not know what was going to happen. And then we watched over the next year, 2, 3 years, we watched a generation respond. And they basically said this: we know the world's not safe. We know that there's risk involved in this thing, but we also know that the Great Commission hasn't stopped, that God is still on mission and he still wants to use us to make him famous all over the world. So a generation responded by going to the ends of the earth. And now here we are, 2020, and it's COVID, and it feels in some ways so similar. Like we don't have any answers. We don't know. We know the world's changed. We don't even know how much it's changed. But the question's the same. Will people ever travel anymore? Will mission trips like we used to do, will that ever exist again? Will we be able to go overseas next summer? And we just don't know. But I'm wondering if your generation, if the COVID generation, will respond the way that the 9/11 generation did. I wonder, even in all this uncertainty, when you can't plan anything, if you will just say this: God, here am I, send me. And you say to God, if you'll open the door, if you'll create the opportunity, we will go. Because why? Because we know the mission hasn't stopped. We know the Great Commission is still on schedule. So will you be willing to go? Will you say, God, if you will open the door, here am I, send me. And that's all I think we can do right now. But I think you can take some action steps. I think you can go to igoglobal.org, click on students, click on youth minister, and sign up. I mean, we won't even ask for money right now. We know that this is a lot of uncertainty. We know there's more questions and answers, but you could say, I'm going to sign up as an act of faith, as an act of obedience, saying, God, if you open the door, we will go, because we want to be involved in what you're doing among the nations. We want to take the gospel to every nation, every tribe, and every tongue. And so that's my challenge to you. Say to God, God, here am I, send me. Open the door, prepare the opportunity, show me the way. And maybe that is taking that step, going on our website, signing up for a trip, signing your youth group up for a trip, so that in 2021, if God opens those doors like we expect him to do, and we're praying for him to do, we will all be ready to get back to work and to get back to making him famous. It's a missions moment. This is Shu. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you on a trip overseas, somewhere making him famous in 2021.